Yo, good morning. It's your boy Sean Carter. I'm here with
Coach Lightwork, man. If you don't already know the slogan, man, I don't know where to start, but let's talk about it. What's
man.
good, broski?
That started with the Thursday night game. The Bills Mafia. They went on and took on the Miami Dolphins. Let's start with. I'm gonna start with something that been on my mind for like the last 24 hours after watching the game. Tua need to retire. It, he don't know how to slide, and every time he slide with his head. And 2 years ago, he slid, got concussed to a point where they thought he was having a seizure. Couldn't move. His hands and stuff was twitching. He played every game, or I think majority every game last year. So he had a good year last year. And then he just went through the same incident last night against the Bills. And they thought they had to stretch him off the field.
Yeah, bro. I'm in the same boat with you. I think he needs to consider retirement. Um, you know, it's just sometimes you just can't avoid it.
Yeah,
Sometimes you just can't avoid it. It's kind of like knee injuries, stuff like that. You just can't avoid it, man. It's just you had a hell of a career. And let's be real.
yeah.
Tua ain't a bad quarterback.
No.
He makes some stupid mistakes, but they all do. They all make stupid mistakes.
Yeah.
But with his health, I would rather him retire now, be a family man. He already, he's probably pretty solidified where he's at financially. Hopefully, he took care of his bread, took care of his family. Bro, just ride off into the sunset.
Yeah.
Football may be in your blood. Now is maybe a time to go coach. Go
Yeah.
be a quarterback's coach somewhere. Maybe go back to what they from Hawaii, right?
Yep.
Yeah, maybe go back to Hawaii,
Be a
be a
QB
coach
coach.
there. But dog, that shit was scary last night, dog. Like it almost reminded me of well, not the hit, but what happened after the hit
Yeah.
reminded me of what happened at Cincinnati when his head hit the turf and Cincinnati and his hands started to, you
Yeah.
know,
It to me,
uh do that.
it reminded me of the Ryan Shazier play. I want the way Ryan was just laying there, and he couldn't. And the thing I ain't talking about as far as like look like he was seasoned up. I'm talking about as far as like the scary, like the severity of it, like the scary part of it. Because we just at first when Ryan Shazier got hit, we thought he got hit. We thought he took like the wind knocked out on him, but we didn't know it messed up his whole spine and shit. Tua, Tua to me, like, and I blame the Miami Dolphins for this in a sense, and also Tua. They hired baseball players to teach them how to slide.
Yeah.
And if you watch him play, and you watch any Alabama quarterback play, I probably say outside of Mac Jones, they slide head first.
Well, because they're mobile. Tua's kind of mobile, kind of. But if you ever look at them, like look at the quarterbacks that, and this is gonna sound a little racist, but look at the white quarterbacks versus the black quarterbacks.
Yeah,
If you look at them at Alabama, the Greg McElroy, all them,
yeah,
bro, they slide. Tua, Jalen Hurts, Milrow, all of them don't slide.
yeah.
They do not slide at all. Now they may slide when they're in like the open field or whatever, but when it's a linebacker, I don't know. I don't get the process in the head. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take on this linebacker that's
Yeah.
260. Like, I
Uh,
don't get it.
but because imagine what his family was thinking at that play. Because he already been out of out of 2 out of 3 years, he been in the same situation.
Yeah.
So as his wife or as his mom or whoever he have in his immediate circle, he needs someone in his circle. You kept saying someone always need a no person in their circle.
Right.
He need a person literally with a voice. It's time to hang it up.
See, but that's that inner person. That's that inner person speaking to you like, bro, it's it's time to give it up.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Now we don't always listen
yeah,
because a lot of NFL players, basketball players, they play beyond their years.
yeah.
And they keep saying, man, nah, I can still do it. I can still do it. This is right here, right now, is where he needs to be like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and listen. I'm gonna
There's
go
gonna
ahead
be
and listen.
a moment. one, uh, I hope it's nothing like too severe to a point where it'd be breaking news like uh Tua is forced to retire.
Yeah,
Um, but now as far as the quarterback situation in Miami, this is where you about to see a Ryan Tannehill get a phone call,
absolutely.
or you about to see a what's his name? He's still out here, or you might see a Jameis Winston.
I'm telling you, they'll make the trade. They'll make that call.
Jameis Winston don't play for the Browns. He got cut.
They cut him?
Yeah, he
When
didn't
they
make he didn't make the
when
roster.
they cut him?
I say
Wait
if
a
I'm not
minute.
mistaken, I say if I'm not mistaken, he didn't make that roster
Man, no, James is on the roster, brother.
because
No.
I know one of my favorite YouTubers had was so they like, damn, James got cut. He should just stay where he was. And I might be wrong though. Don't quote me, but if I'm not mistaken, it was like a trend of him getting cut by the Browns.
No, he the backup.
But if I'm the Dolphins, what do you do? Do you go call Ryan Tannehill because he's a free agent, or do you try to get a trade for like a Jameis Winston, or do you go? Because if I'm the Dolphins, you try to see him prepare for the future. You got to prepare for life without Tua in a sense because the voice of reason is to need somebody. Because
Right.
I think their backup is Thompson. The
Skylar Thompson.
Yeah, so he don't get a go. He don't get a go at it. Um, but I don't know, man. That's
I'm gonna tell you. You call LeBron. For one, you got to call multiple people.
yeah,
You're not just calling to see about one guy. You're calling about multiple people. So my options right now is who's a good backup, like who's a top tier backup that
yeah.
can come in and start for us.
Joe Flacco.
Okay, all right, Joe Flacco, Winston, like you call Tannehill. Like you got to call these people. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? And your best bet is to hope to make it through the season to the point where, hey man, we lose. Where do we lose at? Like what is our draft positioning at? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Because now, right, we done paid Tua,
hmm
which they may get some of that money back due to the fact he got hurt. If he does retire,
yeah.
they'll get some of that money back. Now, where we at in the draft? Where we at? Are we tanking? If we're tanking, if we're going to tank and we're going to get one of these quarterbacks coming out, well, who do we go out there and get? You know what I'm
As
saying?
far, as far as the system they run, uh, you can look at a Cam, you can look at a Jalen Miro. You're not gonna be so you ain't gonna be that high up to get Shador. Carson
Jalen ain't
Wentz,
going that high. Jalen ain't going that high.
not no, but we've seen quarterbacks that's not that good get drafted in a lot in the
Oh,
top five.
okay. I see what you're saying.
So
I see what you're
so
saying.
so what I'm saying is we don't know. Like especially if you for that sake of argument, they say they get top 8, right?
Right.
Now you gotta think about your system, right? Defense is decent, whatever. Who do you get? You got Cam on the board, you got Cam Rising on the board, you got Shador on the board, you got Carson Beck on the board, you got Quentin Ewers on the board. Who you get Jalen Miro on the board? Who do you go after? Or do you go talk to the Patriots and go get Mixon?
Milton. Okay.
Or do you go to the Lions and get Hooker?
I say go get Hooker. I say go get Hooker. Even though Milton has a strong arm and he can throw the ball a mile, go get go get Hooker because he's been in the league for a year now.
Yeah,
And before the injury, he would have been a top, you know what I'm saying? Like he would have been a top draft pick
for sure.
if it wasn't for the injury. So what I'm saying is this: make those phone calls. I bet you they're on the phone right now with teams. Hey man,
Possible.
look, what do you want for Winston? What do you want for Hooker? What do you want for Milton? This, then, and they're making moves, and I say go get Hendon Hooker. Because even if Hooker is bad this season, you can still build off that. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? You can build off that, and then you looking at a 3-year quarterback who's been in the league for what I'm saying, for 2 years now. Come on, bro. Go get Hooker. I'm hoping for Hooker. I'm
uh,
hoping for Hooker.
Hendon
Go
Hooker.
get Hook, and then let Hook cook with Hill and Waddle, and let Tua ride off into the sunset. I know it sounds bad, but hey, you know,
Because first of all, a lot of people thought because Stephon Diggs left the Bills gonna be ass. Josh Allen's on a different level right now. As
Bro,
far as he taking his, he hurting over people. He
bro,
hey,
different breed, dog. Different breed. He's
no,
showing people who he really is, man.
their defense stepped up. The O line for the Dolphins they wanted to do with that back seven. They want
Oh
nothing to do.
no, no,
Cooks was on one last night.
dog. Running the ball, they Bills could do no wrong yesterday. They played like literally. They played too high safety defense and said Waddle and Hill are not going to get open, and
Yeah,
we're going to run to the ball,
yeah.
and that's what they did. That's all they did. I don't want people thinking like, oh, they ran some special coverage. No, too high safety, and they ran to the football.
So I'm gonna ask you this question, I seen this question on Twitter. Out of all the teams in the NFL, right? Which team got a two-headed monster? DN.
The ends,
Yeah.
uh, Steelers, the Chargers with Bosa and Mac. Um, I wouldn't say the Raiders, but I believe Wilson is out, and I believe
Yeah.
Wilson,
Yeah.
yeah,
Wilson.
Wilson is out. But it would have been the Raiders. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Dang, I can't. Get for the dude for the Falcons, Judon
Judon and
and
Judon.
Garrett, but Jared is
No,
who
he had D tackle.
he had D tackle. So I mean, when you're looking at ends, I mean, here's the thing, man. If you get two ends, bro, two dominant ends, two, bro, it changes the world for a
Mm-hmm.
defense. All I gotta do is send four. I ain't gotta blitz nobody.
And not only that, people. So when we talk about DNs, a lot of people don't know this. Alex Highsmith didn't get drafted by the Steelers. Alex
Who
Highsmith, Alex Highsmith got drafted by the Buccaneers. Got placed on the practice squad, and the Steelers picked him up.
yeah, but that's how y'all got James Harrison too.
Yeah.
You
So
know what
like
I'm saying?
one thing about Pittsburgh that I like, one, they can draft a receiver out the blue, and you won't know what college they came to, and two, they gonna always keep a good defense. It's the offense that be making me mad. But now they talking about QB controversy, and because they picked the role with Justin Fields for the against the Broncos,
Right.
which is right because he did what he had to do. He went out and got the win. He didn't do nothing spectacular, which I can see what Mike Tomlin's going for because now can you score? I ain't talking about 3 points. Can you score? Can you get to the end zone? Can you read the proper checkdowns? But also, can y'all stop holding? Can y'all stop doing offensive PR calls? Can the offense get it done? Because you playing the Denver team, which in a sense, if you get them on the right, they can't beat you
Yeah. Right.
because Bo Nick's gonna get better as the time progresses.
Yeah.
Cam Sutton, if stay healthy, gonna get better as time progresses. The
Mm-hmm.
defense gonna get more aggressive as time progresses. So, to me, the best time to get the Broncos is literally early because I don't want to play them late. I don't, especially if
I
this coach don't want to
I
do that.
wouldn't want to see us mid-season. If I'm a team, if I'm an NFL team, I don't want to see us mid-season. Or when there's nothing to gain for us. I don't want to see that Bronco team because they're going to be free. They're going to be relaxed. They're going to
Yeah,
be dangerous. The biggest thing with this upcoming matchup between the Steelers and the Broncos is this. I know our tackles are not going to be able to hold up. Can we run the football?
yeah.
Can we run the football to balance, to even out the Steelers pass rush?
So I'm gonna ask
Can we
you
do
this:
that?
as far as your O line takes, when you talk to your O line, do you double team TJ or do you double team Alex Highsmith?
No, you don't double team neither. You don't
Because
you don't double team neither.
The
Mm-mm.
Falcons double team both of them. I mean, the Falcons double team one of them, and the other one got off, and then they both still
Yeah,
got off. So it's
you
like,
don't. This is how I would do. This is how I would do if I was an offensive line coach. What we're gonna do, my tackles, y'all are on the out, y'all are out there by yourself.
yeah,
We're gonna manipulate we're going to change our scheme up a little bit. We're going to run some draws. We're going to run these things to get them up the field. We
Yeah,
want them up the field. You know what I'm saying? And have them chasing back. I would
yeah,
rather have them chasing back, to where they were than to be up the field trying to get to the quarterback. So we're running draw plays, screen plays. We're gonna get them
all over the field.
all over the field
So if you
because I feel like y'all back end, even though it's pretty good, I feel like once we take out that pass rush, take that like we make them get to thinking, we can make it an even
so
game.
so if you the head coach and you got a young quarterback like Bo Nix, right? And you
Mhm.
and you know the defense front seven with a Cam Hayward, with a Alex Highsmith, with a T.J. Watt, then you got a Patrick Queen,
Mhm.
especially because Bo Nix is mobile.
Right.
What do you tell him, especially when it come down and you be like, hey, look, when you see these headlights, you got to get them running.
Yeah. 1-2 go. It's my youth, my 12-year-old. He's 11. I tell him, bruh, your first read ain't there, bro. You gotta go. You gotta go. In the NFL, it's faster. So you
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like, and they're grown men. So 1-2, they ain't there, you gotta go.
I I wonder in this game when it come down to Bo Nix, and I got a bet with my brother because he said that he said he don't think Bo Nix gonna have his welcome to the NFL hit. I was like, I don't think it'll be against Pittsburgh. Do I think he'll get sacked? Yes, but as far as the welcome to the NFL hit, I don't think it'll be against Pittsburgh though.
I think
I
it's gonna be the Raiders versus Crosby.
that
That's
man
gonna be
that
that's gonna
man
be his welcome. That's
that
gonna
man
be his welcome to the NFL hit.
that man scares me.
Right.
Because you want to talk about aggressive, and it's so crazy because I also seen this on Twitter. They're like, how scary would a team be if Crosby, T.J. Watt, and Alex Highsmith was on the same team? How do you play that? I said you'll move T.J. to the middle linebacker because T.J. is more agile than both of them.
What happens?
If Max Crosby, Alex Highsmith, and T.J. was on the same team, you'll move T.J. to middle linebacker.
No, you run 3 DNs on a defensive line.
No, don't reason because they like how would you do it? I said because they all know how to pass rush. So
Yeah.
depends on the defense you run. TJ gonna get through there regardless. So I'll put him right there and smack in the middle because now you're trying to figure out what the hell TJ gonna do. But then you also got to worry about Crosby and Alex Highsmith coming at you on your side. Then you got TJ looking dead at you in the middle. So it's like, what do you
So
do with that?
so I'm gonna tell you what I would do. If I had 3 dominant DNs and I wanted them all on the field, I'm putting the bigger DN at D tackle.
Yeah,
And if you remember when the Broncos won the Super Bowl, they were always in a pass rush mentality. It was
yeah,
never, it was never defend the run. It's all they're going, they're
yeah.
going. They always look like they're running up the field. Like it was weird. It was like they were always running up the field. But with that, I will have my linebackers. Hey, look, y'all are gonna play. Y'all gonna play this. Y'all gonna play the run first. Like that's what you're supposed to do. But y'all just fill in where y'all need to fill in at. And and it worked. So that's what I would do if I had 3 dominant defensive ends in those 3 guys.
So I do got a question for you. This person said, Coach, who do you think is the most underrated receiver in the NFL that you think that's not getting as much love? Like they a top receiver, but they also underrated.
Mm, hold on. Mm. See, it's hard to say underrated. They don't get that much praise. Um,
I
hmm.
already know where I'm going.
Who you going with?
Chris Olave, the Saints.
Okay, I give you that. I can give you that one. I'll give you that one. Ah man.
And Amari St. Brown's brother play for the Saints now.
I mean, it's hard, man, because when you look at the top guys,
Yeah,
they're getting recognition.
yeah.
They're getting their recognition. They're getting their just due. The number twos is where you having this discussion at. Which
Mm.
number two could be a number one?
T. Higgins,
Right. You know what I'm saying? T. Higgins could be a number one.
Jordan Addison,
So who?
Jordan Addison.
Yeah, like these could be number ones, okay? But they have such a superstar teammate,
Yeah.
you know, it's kind of hard. But
So now controversial. Now I'm about to ask you, is Jamar Chase a superstar teammate, or is he a superstar because of the superstar team he came from with college with Joe Burrow now?
so ask that again.
Is he a superstar teammate,
Mhm.
or he gets a superstar status because of the college team he played on and they won a national championship?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think he's a superstar, and also the fact that he was with Joe Burrow, and they won the national title the way they did. They were
That
dominant.
that team was deep.
Yeah, that team
If I'm
was
not mistaken,
that team is unreal.
if I'm not mistaken, Justin Fields, not Justin Fields, but Justin Jefferson was on that team too.
Right. So think about it. Like they had two number ones. They
And
basically had two number ones on their team.
redshirt freshman.
I mean, come on, man. Like, look at it, dog. Like they're dogs, but Jamar Chase is a superstar. Let's not get it twisted. He is a superstar, and that's the reason why he's able to ask for the money he's asking for because of who he is and what he's done.
If you are T, and especially because you got franchise tag this year,
Right.
after the season up, do you sit here and be like, Bengals, let's work something out, or do you be like, hey, this team, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna show them a true number one.
I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gone. I am gone. I
Hmm.
am gone because I'm not gonna get top dollar.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase is getting top dollar. If Jamar is already in year two, like not year two, in two, like he has 2 years left on his contract, he's already asking to be the highest paid receiver or somewhere around that range. I'm
Hmm.
not getting that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting that.
So we talk about top five like all stars receivers right now. Um, Jamar Chase is not my top five. He's like
Who's your top five?
my top five is no order:
Yeah, no.
Devontae
Okay.
Adams, Amari St. Brown, Mike Evans, um, Puka Nakua,
Okay.
and I'm gonna throw him in there because I feel like it's like a 1A 1B scenario. Cooper Cup.
So no Justin Jefferson.
Just Justin Jeff. I did forget about Justin. I'm not, and I just brought him up. So I'm gonna swap that. So it is Justin Jefferson. Then Cooper Cup and Jamar Chase will be like my honorable mentions because Justin Jefferson literally almost had 2,000 yards and didn't play like 4 games of that season.
Right.
And I don't know what Minnesota is building over there, but dog, they need to get together.
I think they're building something to complement McCarthy. And you know, with Addison, with Jefferson, you got a decent run game. You could really do something
Yeah,
with a young quarterback. Um, but with my top five receivers,
yeah.
um, Adams, Jefferson, Hill, uh, Puka Nakua, Cup, I mean St. Brown. I mean, there's a lot of guys you can throw in there.
Yeah.
Um, what's the shoot? He ain't a top five, but he's gonna put up numbers. Ayuk,
All right, run out.
um, Pickens. Like, see, when you start to go down the line,
Mm-hmm.
you can start picking out guys here and there.
If Pickens had an actual quarterback, Pickens be a top all-star receiver.
Yeah, but see, but that's the thing, though, man. The Steelers haven't had a real QB since
Being
Big Ben. Like, I mean, they always got a defense. They always got
so
a defense.
so like because me and my friends we was talking about these categories, And then we was like, so let's talk about who's the best safeties. I said, if you talk about best safeties, Mika got to be top two.
Right.
I don't because see, I would say Darius Slay, but they move him around so much in the Eagles defense. He a
He's
corner and a safety.
a corner. I think they put him at corner. He's a corner.
So like, who else he put up? Simmons from Atlanta.
I mean, he would have been a top 5 safety he would have been a top 5 safety in Denver. You know, like we're not. Well, he is a top 5 safety. Let me say that he is a top 5 safety.
So
That,
this is how I know people watch our podcast, right? So I was on TikTok and something came up and literally word from word of what we was talking about. There was like someone was like, I think Shador should go to Dallas or should go to some of these teams where he can get mentored. I like, ain't that what we just said? I mean, not Shador, but Shiloh. I like, ain't that what we just said?
yeah.
And like, it was word from word. I like, let me find out. let me find out.
If I got Prime got pulled when draft day comes for Shiloh, because you know I think he's out for 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
With draft day for Shiloh on day 2, I'm in Jerry Jones's ear. I'm calling Jerry. I'm
Yeah.
hitting him with that smile and Prime, baby. Yeah, I'm hitting him on all that. All right. And I'm gonna try to get him to get drafted by Dallas. Because
Yeah.
or anywhere
With the established defense.
with an established defense and he can fill in.
Yeah.
He can fill in and he can help. Now the problem with Shiloh is,
Reckless.
brother, you can't go down there being reckless. You see what I'm saying? You can't just go down there trying to blow up, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that.
So
If you see the way they tackle in the NFL and you see these running backs,
mm,
bro, they're always going low. They're always biting ankles.
you know who I think will be an honorable mention as far as drafting him?
Who?
The Ravens.
Mm.
Because the Ravens love them some secondary. They love them some safeties and corners. They'd draft a safety in the corner in a heartbeat.
Who are their current corner safeties? Let me look that up real quick.
Ain't it no, Cal is a corner.
Kyle Hamilton? No, Kyle Hamilton is a safety.
All right. So yeah, they got Cal back there. I don't know who the other one is. Cause I know their corner like in the Marlon Humphreys.
It's Kyle Hamilton and um hold on. Let me look at this. Kyle Hamilton and Marcus Williams.
Okay.
Yeah, Marcus Williams. So, like I said, if I'm Shiloh, I want to get drafted to a team like this so I
Yeah.
can learn. Um,
He got lucky. The injury wasn't as severe as it plans out because he had a
yeah,
broken forearm. Normally, it's season ending,
but I'm telling you, bro, I would have took the medical red shirt.
but he didn't want to because we both watch Well Off Media,
Yeah.
and I know they had recorded a little bit of him in the hospital
Mm-hmm.
before and after the surgery.
Yeah.
Um, I know one of the bits I slipped up. He said this is his last year, so I'm pretty sure his mind is made up. He's not coming back. And he said that he need film, and he was like, "I can play this weekend." Prime started laughing. He was like, "No, you can't." But 2 to 3 weeks that put him, I think, at Utah.
2 to 3 weeks. Let's check it. Let's check it. Just so we know when he'll return.
Because he gonna miss Colorado State. He
Yeah, he's
gonna
gonna
miss
miss
Baylor,
Colorado State. He's gonna miss Baylor.
and he gonna miss that third game.
Uh, hmm.
Don't he come back against Utah?
Hold on. So we got Nebraska. We had Colorado State, Baylor, UCF. So he gonna miss Colorado State, Baylor, UCF. He come back for Kansas State.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he come back for Kansas State.
Dylan Edwards.
Man, Dylan like the third or fourth back.
He's the only back there scoring.
Man, that boy like the third or fourth back.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
is
But he's the only back, well, apparently, that can score. Like I was watching one of their games. He's the only one that can actually like go out wide and score.
Let me see. Let me see. Kansas
If
State.
I'm not mistaken, he got 3 touchdowns on the year so far. Two, three, one or two. Like he ain't putting up no crazy numbers like he would have did if he would have said at Colorado.
See, here's my uh depth chart.
He probably gonna enter the transfer portal again.
Nah, he ain't leaving. He gonna stay there. He gonna stay there because his girl is there and everything. So they got him as the number 2 back.
Mm-hmm.
But if they, I don't know, man. I don't think I saw him the way because he didn't score until late in that one game. But he's a 2 back, so we'll see. We'll see. We will
Nah,
see.
I do think Colorado State don't know when to shut up. Like Norvell, your wife sat here and called Shador the B word.
Now, just so for context, that was last year when they went to shake hands in the
Yeah,
middle of the field. That was last year, just so we have context.
yeah. So and then the players talking about some we're gonna get our get back. They should never won. So we're about to go out there and blow them out.
Bro,
First
y'all
of
should
all,
have blew him out the first time.
first of all, have you ever heard the saying "Don't tug on Superman's cape"?
Bruh.
Colorado State, for some odd reason, you don't hear about them all year. They didn't have this energy when they got their ass told the fuck out the frame the first game of the season.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have this energy when they just got beat, tore out the frame. But
Bro.
you got all the energy for Colorado. Why? Because it's a rivalry.
Yeah.
Which you about to have a pissed off Colorado team as it is now.
Right.
Like I was watching something like after they lost, when they went back, they was running. They didn't even practice. They was running the whole time. So you want to talk about a pissed off team? A pit like
See,
the only thing Colorado learned. I don't think Colorado State learned not to piss Shador off.
but but even then though, bro, like if you ever look at trash talk,
Mm-hmm.
right? If I'm trash talking you, I'm trash talking you.
Yeah.
Me and you go back and forth, we going back and forth.
Yeah.
But they're bringing up stuff that doesn't make a bit of sense.
Yeah.
Oh, the followers and the people that comes to their game. Bro, 2 years ago, nobody gave a damn about a Colorado and Colorado State game.
Yeah.
Nobody tuned in. I didn't stay up to watch Pac-12 after dark. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I didn't stay up for that. Now y'all have eyes on y'all. Now your receivers are getting looked at by the NFL. Not saying they wasn't before, but they're getting looks.
They get more
attention. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, even though it's a rivalry, and even though you want to get your get back because you've seen what Nebraska did, you want to get your get back now, bro. Make it make sense. Keep the trash talk. Make it make sense.
But difference between Jay Norvell and Matt Rule, everything Matt Rule said was friendly fire.
Yeah.
Jay Norvell made it personal.
Bro, when he said this, when he brought up the shade thing, I'm like,
Matt, and not only that, Matt Rule learned his lesson not to say nothing bad before the game.
Right.
So, but on top of that, if Nebraska against Colorado State not scoring. Nebraska about to blow them out the water.
Absolutely. Do they play?
The only reason why Colorado literally lost, one, because of the interception that was a pick six, which was done by Shador.
Mm-hmm.
And the almost intercept that Dylan Raiola ended up throwing, but ended up getting tipped in the receiver's hand and ended up scoring off of that. So that's 14 points off the board right there. Then they end up blocking Mata's kick. So that's 17 points on the board. So technically, if you take away the mistakes, it's 10-17.
Yeah, but
it's a lot of what ifs. If was fifth, we'd be drunk. So when we see here, when we see here and we talk about Colorado State, dog, one, your coach is irrelevant. Two, y'all got paid a lot of money to go to different places. Y'all talking about we said at Colorado we want to win the national championship. Y'all not beating nobody in the Power Five at all. Stop the cap. Y'all go against Georgia, y'all not scoring. Y'all go against Alabama, y'all not scoring. Y'all go against Clemson, it's gonna be so much orange on it. Y'all think it's a damn dream popsicle. Y'all go against Ohio State. Y'all don't think a Buckeye is literally a bug. That's how dumb y'all are over there. So when y'all sit here and pick y'all poison, we don't hear shit from y'all until y'all play Colorado. And it's funny, we didn't hear shit from y'all in general until Coach Prime got there. That's when we started hearing about Colorado State. I didn't even know the school. I didn't even know it was a Colorado State. To be honest with you,
Right. And look, I'm gonna be 100%. I'm gonna be 100. I did not know anybody on Colorado State. I did not know anybody on Colorado's team. I did not know.
yeah,
If it wasn't for my guy Rico knows, if it wasn't for him, I would have never known anything about rosters. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I would have never known, especially the turnover. You know what I'm saying? Like the people that keep coming in. So I would have never known. But for y'all to say, you and your wide receiver to get in that interview and say what y'all said about these schools offered y'all 600,000, this, that, and the third to come to their school, bro, make it make sense.
y'all choose to stay at Colorado State because you
Y'all
say you win
chose
that.
to stay.
They're like, cause you like we gonna win a national championship. Where?
I'm like, bro, and then I'm like, dude, how does that make sense to you? Like y'all in the Mountain West, they would take any winning SEC program over y'all.
If I'm not mistaken, the dumbass quarterback said, "I'm not here to make no money. I'm here to get my education and
Bullshit.
win games."
Bullshit.
Apparently, he don't know this thing, right? It's going around, right? It's called, the NIL,
Right.
and they brought up they brought up they interviewed the dude that hit Travis last year,
Blackburn.
and he said him and Travis is cool. They talked, they did, even Travis brought up it's nothing personal. The team he bring up, he said, "Yeah, we're gonna put him on Travis again." Y'all realize?
He's gonna get killed.
Y'all realize this? Fool me once, shame on me. Y'all think that shit about to happen again?
He's about to get killed.
First of all,
And
this team is totally different. When that hit happened, I'm sorry, someone getting their ass whooped. The Colorado's team didn't step for Travis outside of Shador. You not
right.
about to sit here and tell the line he got now, they gonna step.
No, they
Like
step.
they
They
gonna
step.
step. The D line for sure gonna step. Bentley ain't gonna let that shit happen. Like
They
it's not gonna happen.
and then
But
you have and then I don't see him. See, he's a safety. A
yeah,
safety on Travis is not gonna happen.
yeah,
They're gonna put a DB on him, and they may go over top with some coverage. But dog, there's no way. Like your D line has to be like a Nebraska's D line
yeah.
and really pressure Shador. If Shador has time to throw that ball, bro, he picking y'all apart.
But not what
It,
I like
it
about
just is
Nebraska.
what it is.
What I like about Nebraska didn't give him time to think. Like it
No,
just
didn't give
happened.
him a chance to think.
So when you sit here and you talk about all these teams, and I'm telling y'all, and I'm gonna keep saying this: do not let Colorado run game clicks at the same time that their throwing game clicks. Because whoever team unlocks that, I feel bad. Because if they can get both of them clicking at the same time, you can't do that because you can't get your door down because he got time. The lineman finally got some balls to drop, so now they finally blocking the running backs getting loose. You get them both to click at the same time, it's about to be a hell to pay. And I got a feeling Colorado State gonna be that example because they don't know when to shut up. They really don't know when to shut up.
It's when you're made of example of when you're made example of, they're gonna show. They're gonna show. Put it like this: if once Colorado goes out here and blows and beats them,
Yeah,
people are gonna say, well, oh, it's just Colorado State, and that's fine. That's okay. That's fine. They get rolling with Baylor. Oh
mm-hmm.
well, Baylor's. It's gonna be excuses. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna follow the excuses.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is this: if stuff gets the clicking, if
Mm-hmm.
it really gets the clicking,
It's dangerous.
it's a dangerous world, dog. It's a dangerous world because when you have to prepare for the run and the pass,
Mm.
and you got these dudes ripping and running all behind you, and dog, it's
Warren
a tough
Sapp
world.
Warren Sapp said something that I believe he said. We have a great defense, but it showcased in the second half. He said our goal is to have it all 4 quarters until that clock hit 0-0 in the fourth quarter. Our defense need to play all 4 quarters. He said we sitting here looking like a second half defense. No, we need to show them that we can play all 4 quarters. And then I found out Warren Sapp actually had people that wasn't playing, that didn't dress or nothing. He was
Mm.
like, "You want this? You want to go out there and prove it." Two people won defensive spots.
No, I'm telling you,
And
bro.
he went out and he went out and he went out and literally challenged the offensive line. He said, if two get hit again, y'all gonna be running suicides for the next four practices.
Yeah. But also too, like, and I think this falls on Prime and the coaching staff. Y'all got to start recruiting high school players and developing them.
Yeah,
You got to go that route.
yeah,
And I know people say, "Oh, well, build through the transfer portal." And all that. It's great. It's great to have a product ready.
yeah.
It's great.
But you
But
need to
here's
develop it too.
you need development too, because
Yeah,
if you can get a homegrown guy 3 years under SAP, or even 2 years, let's say 2 years under SAP. You know what I'm saying? 2 years
or
under
or
that coaching staff.
or we get a secondary under Ed Reed.
Right. Like, come on, man.
Ooh.
Like, and then you're gonna get them Florida boys, you're gonna get them dogs out there. Now, see, you get them dogs from high school, from the Chaminades, the St. Thomas Aquinas, those places,
The IMG.
right? The IMGs of the world. Man, let me tell you something. It won't be hard to say, hey man, look, I'm a Hall of Famer. You got Sap's a Hall of Famer, Prime's a Hall of Famer.
Ed Reed is
And
all.
th- and they're talking to each other and they're making you better. Stop playing with me, man. Stop
As
playing
a
with me.
as a back seven and also secondary, who wouldn't want to play for Sap? Fucking Ed Reed, that defensive coordinator came from the NFL when he coached the Bengals, and you can tell the Bengals miss him. You can tell when they play. You can tell.
Absolutely.
And but so that defense gonna go crazy. But I'm gonna tell y'all this because someone said Amarion Miller need to play, which is
That
facts.
is true. That is true.
They also said that Shepard need to be replaced with Amarion Miller. I said fuck no.
I think they need to find a better rotation of
I said this. I said what need to happen is they need to swap Horn and put Shepard in the slot. The only reason why I say that is the only reason why I would say that is if you would have swapped them right,
mm-hmm.
you would have put Shep in the swap against Nebraska, he would have got open way more than Jimmy Horn would have, because now you got to focus on Jimmy Horn on the outside, right? If you would have just swapped them, I'm not talking about every game. I'm talking about just that game. I'm talking about like
Mm.
game change. I would have swapped them. As far I would put Shep, or that'd have been the perfect time to put Mario Miller out there. You didn't play him, and I'm trying to figure out why they not playing him.
I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna sound like I'm hating a little bit. You got to limit it, Travis.
Oh yeah,
You got to put him either on offense or defense. I get it that he can do both. I get it that he plays 100 some odd snaps. I get it, but at the same time, you got too many weapons on offense. You don't have enough DB. Like, let's be real. You don't have enough DBs.
yeah.
You got enough wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? To work it out, to figure it out. I mean,
And
Jimmy
plus,
Horn and Wester needs to stay in the slot. They need to
and
stay in the slot because they're fast and they're
yeah.
twitchy.
And clutch situations, yes, I will put Travis out there. But as far as the game goes, oh no, you got Marion Miller, you got
Bro,
Webster,
you got
you got Horn, you got all these weapons. Use them.
right.
Omarion should have played against Nebraska. Omarion to me should have played against North Dakota State. You gotta use them, because when you start playing a team like Baylor, when you start playing a team like UCF, start playing a team like Utah, you gonna have to use them because Omarion Miller fast as shit too.
Right. Like, and that's what I'm saying too. Like, y'all got to figure this thing out. Like, I get it. Travis is a dog and he can do it. I get it. But at the same time, I would rather have a fresh player out there, on a Miller and um, I would rather have a Miller and a Shep out there that's fresh,
Yeah,
that only plays one side of the ball, than a 75% Travis Hunter who just came off defense.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that, man.
So now we got a long slate of games for tomorrow. What matchups are you looking forward to?
Oh man, let's look at them. Let's look at them. We can talk about that. We can talk about that. What is it? Week 3, right?
Yep.
Week 3, college football. Sure. Okay, so we got right now. mm,
I
oh
know. We're gonna watch the Colorado State game.
yeah. Oh, LSU versus South Carolina.
Ooh,
I can't. I want to see that.
that's a gritty one.
I want to see. Alabama versus Wisconsin.
That's a
And,
trap game.
and what's crazy is, man, both of these games are at noon, bro. Like, be real.
That's a trap game though.
For who?
Alabama, Wisconsin, because you can't treat Wisconsin like you did Southern Florida.
Yeah, I give you that. I give you that. Next up, a game I would love to see: Boston College versus Missouri.
Oh,
Can
I want to see that one. I want to see that
can
one.
Missouri stop that run game? I would love to see that. And hmm, there's another game. You got the Gray Cup. I think that's, yeah, or the Apple Cup, whatever that rivalry is. With Washington State and Washington, and I think that's really it, man. I don't really
Like man,
see.
like week 5 when we gonna start getting a bunch of good matchups.
Yeah, because I mean, outside of those noon games in Colorado and Colorado State at night,
Mm-hmm.
ain't nobody really playing anybody. You know, ain't nobody really playing anybody.
We might have some shockers again. We also gonna bring back our top 5 list.
Yeah.
Um, I am looking forward towards Arizona, seeing what McMillan will do. See if he gonna get help this week. Um, I'm also looking for, like you said, Missouri and Boston College. I'm looking for if they're gonna have some more help for Luther out there, to help him out there on the wide. But can Boston College keep being aggressive? You know, can they
Hmm.
get into you? I also want to see Northern Illinois.
Northern Illinois,
I think it's Northern Illinois, the one that just beat
Notre Dame.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm trying to see, who do they play. Do they play this week? Trying to see. I don't know. Let me check.
but nah, it's I think it's a lot of good low key games. We don't
Yeah.
have no we don't really have no eye popping games for real. Um, we do have a rivalry. I'm surprised they have rivalry week so high up on the schedule, but it is what it is. Um,
I believe it's due to the conference changing, ain't it?
yeah, probably yeah. Because I think their conference. I think their conference play starts against Baylor, don't it?
Who, Colorado's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So because they at Baylor, they at home against Baylor.
Ooh. Let me check. Let me check. I
They
think that
Baylor be rocking
I believe they would be at
because they had back to back road games, so they should be at home.
uh yeah, they're at Baylor. No, they're at Colorado.
Okay. So hmm, now we start talking about these teams and we start talking about these things. So we're gonna call it 3 keys to victory, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is your 3 keys for Colorado to win, and what is your 3 keys for Colorado State to upset Colorado?
Um, for Colorado to win, their O line has to win. O line and D line has to win in the trenches.
Mm-hmm.
That means pass protection. That means running the football. Uh, Colorado's D line shows up in the second half. They have to show up in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they need to pressure their Colorado State's quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Um, can we get our other Can we get our other good receivers on the field?
Mm-hmm.
Stop depending just on Travis and Shador. Can we get other guys in the game, in the ball game?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get rolling. And third, how is the back end going to act without Shiloh? Are y'all gonna come to play, or are y'all gonna soak? For Colorado State to win, they're just the flip side of what I just said. Their O line and D line has to win in the line of scrimmage. They win there, but it's all over. You can shut down Shador with just a pass rush.
Yeah.
Um, and if it does become a shootout, can my offense continue to answer the bell if Colorado if they're ahead and they keep tying it up and everything like that, can they keep going up? Can they keep up?
And also, the add on to that, if you Colorado State, do you worry about clock management? Especially if it's a tall ball game, you don't want the ball in Shador's hand.
Yeah, I I
So,
I, I said that. Yeah,
no, I'm saying
yeah.
like, no, I'm saying like going back and forth. If you Colorado State, do you try to preserve the ball as much as possible?
No, no. You can't do what Nebraska does because you don't have what Nebraska has. You know what I'm saying?
Back
Ne-
seven.
Nebraska caught some breaks. You know what I'm saying? You got to think, even though they ran the football the way they did, they caught some breaks. You know what I'm saying? From the tip pass and then from the interception. I mean, let's be real. Outside of those two, I mean, it's a 14-10 ball game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's it's close. It only took one possession to really turn that game around. But with Colorado State, I know they're gonna come out. They're gonna try to run the football. If that gets shut down, if that gets shut down, they're gonna go to the passing, and that's what's gonna slow the game down because of incomplete passes is gonna stop the clock and stuff like that. So
So now we go to Alabama and Wisconsin. We know what Alabama is. We know
yeah,
they high powered. They got a 17-year-old receiver that's going nuts over there.
right.
Uh, as Wisconsin is known for breeding DNs. They are known for breeding rushers. As Wisconsin, what do you do to actually not only make an example, but get a dub over Alabama?
Um. So so first things first, what you need to do is you got to shut down Milrow.
Mm-hmm.
You shut down Milrow, the game's over. The game is truly over.
Mm-hmm.
Because everything really goes through him. That
Mm-hmm.
everything goes through him. Um, Passing, rushing. If you can slow him down, you have a chance. Because you're not gonna just win this game in the trenches. You're not. Okay,
Right.
you're not. Let's get that out of our heads.
Right.
But can we make tackles? Can we
Mm-hmm.
make tackles? And then with coverage, can we confuse Milrow enough for him to throw us one or two picks? You know what I'm
So now,
saying?
so now we talk about the top team, which is Georgia. Georgia do have to play Alabama. If I'm not mistaken, they do have to play. I think Tennessee or Texas.
They
Right.
got to Texas. I know they got to play Texas.
What do these teams got to do to what do Texas and Alabama got to do to get Georgia two losses? Like, what do they got to do to like knock Georgia off the high horse?
Number one, you can't make mistakes. You have to play a perfect game when you're playing against Georgia. You got to play a perfect game. That shit is hard to do. It is hard to do, but you got to play a perfect game.
I,
Then
I,
Texas got it good because Texas gets to play them at home.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm in my stadium. I'm in my world. I get to sleep in my own bed.
Mm.
All that stuff matters. So you got to play perfect ball, and then your quarterback needs to be mobile when he needs to be mobile.
Mhm.
Okay, no waiting around. Take off. I ain't saying Quinn Ewers is the fastest, but when you got an opening, you got to take off
He
because
remind me of when you remind me of Josh Allen.
mm,
He take off when he want to.
yeah, but he's more to me. He's more like a hmm. I would say a less mobile McCarthy because he could put the ball anywhere he wants to. He can put the ball anywhere he wants to.
Yeah.
It's just the fact when Georgia's pass rush start collapsing that pocket. Can you go? Can you
Right.
can you take off? Why Milrow was so dangerous and why Milrow beat Georgia is because when Milrow had to run, they were all out, they were all over the place. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? You may sack Milrow, you may sack Quinn Ewers, but when it's time to move, they got to move, and that's how you beat Georgia. Georgia is a well-oiled machine.
What team? in college posed the biggest threat to Georgia?
Texas, Texas and Alabama, hands down. I don't believe in Oregon. I don't. Right now, Ohio State hasn't played nobody yet.
Mm-hmm.
Once they play somebody of caliber, then we can talk about it. But see, it's a big difference when you're going against Western Michigan and Akron or whoever, and then you go over here and you play Georgia or you
Mm-hmm.
play, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a big difference. I got Ohio State running through the Big Ten.
Mm-hmm.
I got them running through it. And then their biggest threat, what? USC maybe?
I'd probably say Oregon. I think they beat USC. I think Oregon because
See,
they at Oregon in the night game.
yeah, they at Oregon. Look at how Oregon's playing. Will Howard just got to go out there and put the ball in them receivers' hands, hand the ball off, let them do the rest.
So I had seen this someone like it's a bunch of what if Marvin Harrison Jr. would have came back. What Ohio State be ranked number one? I said no. I think they still have been ranked number two because Georgia is still high powered. I think Ohio State would be more dangerous if he'd came back. But we're not about to keep talking about what ifs. They have a stud as a freshman, a true freshman. They got Edoka out there, which we know what he gonna do. The defense is stepping up. So as far as that go, I believe Ohio State is built. Me personally, I feel like Ohio State should have moved to the SEC. Personally, that's just how I always felt. I always felt they was too good for the Big Ten because technically you can't say Big Ten without saying Ohio State, right?
Right.
I believe they should move to a more power conference. Not that I think SEC because I think they can match play by play with a lot of teams. They can match recruiting with a lot of teams. They can recruit like Georgia. They can recruit like Alabama. They can recruit like Texas. I feel like if you move Ohio State to the SEC, what really changes? You play better teams. That really shows you if you're really good or not.
Ohio State would never lead the Big Ten.
No, I get that, but I'm talking about me. Like if I was, hey, we're going to the SEC. Don't let me be the president.
I mean, it sounds good for NCAA, but it ain't gonna. It ain't gonna happen. The North is the North, and that's just the way it is. The North is the North. Now the North got the West. I mean,
we going through the motion and we're going through all these things, and I know I think either after this week they're gonna start doing their Heisman watch and they're gonna start releasing like their rankings and stuff.
mm-hmm.
When week 3 ends, based off what we know already, granted, we haven't seen no games yet for week 3. Ain't nothing been played. That's
Right.
tomorrow. And I think they always do like top 5, if I'm not mistaken.
No, they do. Well, they do the top. We talking about for the playoff rankings or Heisman?
Heisman. And then 5.
They do 8. I think it's like 7 or 8.
So in this instance, to cut this down, we're gonna do 5. What
right.
5 players when they drop the first list should be on there?
Cam Ward, the wide receiver from Arizona, McMillan, the wide receiver from Ohio State,
the running back from Boise State, Gentry,
running back from Boise State, Georgia's Carson Beck, and Milrow. Who's that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 6. Oh, that's 6. I believe I said 6.
So for me, mine's is a little bit the same but different. And like I said, no order. Mine's is Quentin Ewers.
Oh shit, I forgot all about Quentin Ewers. Throw the Quentin Ewers in there.
Quentin Ewers, Jalen Merrill will be on there. Cam Ward gonna be on there. I do think Travis is gonna be on there. And I do think. Do I think T Mac will be on there? I don't think he'll be on the first one they bring out. I'm just talking about top 5. I ain't talking about like the rest of the list. He's gonna be on the list. But
Okay.
I do think Alshon Gently will be on there.
Mm-hmm.
Running back from Boise State.
Yeah,
I do think he will be on there. I don't think we will have the first release that come out. I don't think we will have a Buckeye on there, and I don't think we will have. I don't think we'll have anybody from the Big Ten on there. I think we will have. Mm,
That's why I'm saying like the only only person I know from Ohio State that should be on the list is the freshman.
Jeremiah Brown, but they're not gonna give it to him though.
Smith. It's Smith. Jeremiah Smith.
Jeremiah Brown.
Brown.
They not gonna give it to him. He a
No,
true freshman.
no, no. I'm not saying they're gonna give it to him. What I'm
I'm
saying
talking
is
about
he's
him.
gonna be on the list.
Oh yeah.
He'll be on the list. I ain't saying they'll give it to him. No, absolutely not.
Um, it's kind of hard to pick a five because there's so many people that play good in these 2 weeks. Nobody on Florida is gonna be on there. Nobody from Notre Dame gonna be on there. So I'm not worried about it.
uh,
Nobody from
maybe
that team.
Miller Moss.
Nobody from that team up north gonna be on there. Um,
Maybe Miller Moss from USC.
Mil- Miller Moss, yeah, or LSU quarterback Nussmeier.
Could be stat wise, yeah, could be.
Yeah, Nussmeier might be on there. What's his name, dog? We might see some DNs on there. Might, cause
Not for the Heisman, nah.
no, I'm not talking about like for the finalists. I'm talking about as far as like when they come out with like the 8, we might see one, and it might be from Georgia.
You won't see one. I promise you won't.
Walker.
I don't care how dominant he is. He will not be up there.
But think about it, when it comes down to Heisman, they really need to change how they do the voting of it, right? Because we've seen dominant DNs, we've seen dominant corners, we've seen dominant defensive guys don't get no Heisman love, right? I'm pretty sure his defensive guy that won Heisman, probably, and I might be wrong, but majority of the time is a Heisman. Majority of the time is a quarterback or a running back trophy.
Yeah.
I believe who won it the year that everybody went crazy that Marvin Harris Jr. should have won it, but he didn't win. He came in like third.
Talking about the year they went to the playoffs.
Yeah, the year that they almost beat Georgia, and he went out. Who won that year?
Georgia won. Which one?
Oh, no,
Georgia won.
the Heisman.
That was what, 2 years ago?
Yeah. So I know Jalen Daniels won this past one. Who won before him?
Bryce? No, not Bryce. Was it Bryce? Hold on.
Bryce been in the league for 2 years, right?
It might have been Bryce.
Was it Bryce Young?
Hold on, let me see. Last,
because it should have been CJ, but they don't like Ohio State when it comes down to awards.
I'll tell you right now. Jesus Christ, it took me way back. Okay. So Caleb Williams went last year. The year before that was Bryce Young. So it was Jaden Daniels, Caleb. So starting from this past season, Jaden Daniels. The year before that, Caleb Williams. The year before that, Bryce Young. And then the year before that, Devontae Smith.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, because they need to show love because Chase Young should have won one. Chase Young when he was at Ohio State and he came in second or third.
Once Chase took that money, he wasn't, or those gifts or whatever. He wasn't winning it.
No, is it? I don't know. The Heisman, the Heisman don't even need to be Heisman no more. It just need to be a quarterback and running back award.
No, it literally is. Like you think about it, it literally is.
Because we can sit here and point out defensive players that literally could have won it, right?
Yeah.
If you we're not about to talk about the old school Miami Hurricanes defensive team. We're not about to talk about them because every last one of them is a Heisman in their own right. Or question: the old school Miami Hurricane defense or the all-time Florida defense? Who had a better defense?
You joking, right?
No, that's actually a question on Twitter.
Miami.
Like that's legitimately a question.
Miami. Pick any dynasty years you want to pick. Miami.
Don't pick this one.
No, no. What I'm saying is though, like the, the years they had Ed Reed and Taylor and bro. I mean, dog. They were killers,
I don't think people realize how good that Miami defense was.
bro. It's
My,
a stat line that says if their offense did not score, they would have went 8-4. Think about that. Like there was four games where if the offense didn't go out there and put up points, they would have lost. Come on, bro. Like, no.
at, I,
Miami all day.
I think Florida had the most stacked offense of all time, if I'm not mistaken, with Percy Harvin.
Offense, stacked offense.
Yeah, and in Florida, because they had Percy Harvin, they had Tim Tebow, Cam Newton, Aaron Hernandez. But who else was on that team?
They had Jesus Christ and Tim Tebow. Then they had a bunch of thugs and headaches.
Hey, someone someone said someone said they didn't even go to they didn't even recruit at high school. They went to the nearest prison. Like, hey, look,
Bro, they did, bro. They did, bro.
they're like
Those
we.
kids, them kids were savages, bro.
They said Aaron Hernandez, he'll do a block. You lay on the ground, and they know you got shanked.
Bro, what? Dog. And then, bro. The Aaron had
Imagine you
dog.
get tackled by him the next day, you get your ass shanked.
Dog. Just dog. That's crazy work, man. I'm
Hey,
just
I
saying.
reminded his big one in Florida. Hey, he went to the nearest correctional facility. Hey, look.
I commend Urban Meyer for even controlling that.
That was a bunch of egos. Had to be.
Man, what? Dog.
Had to be.
But like I said though, man, don't get me wrong. Every year or every 2 years, there's an offense or a defense that's just unreal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You could pick so many teams from back in the day to now about how great they were in this, that, and the third. There's always that's what makes college, and that's why the NFL is the way the NFL is, because you will never be able to load up on all this talent in the NFL.
So
You
I got
know, so
a question for you, Coach. They said sitting here talking about all-time teams. If you take that LSU championship team with Joe Burrow, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, and them, and you go against that Miami U team, all who's winning? Do you think they got a chance?
I don't think Joe and them got a chance. I don't see them having a chance. I really don't. I really don't see them having a chance. Yes,
Do you think they're
Kyrie.
gonna score?
I'm on the phone, man. I'm on a podcast. Huh? Okay. All right, I'm good.
Do you think they will score?
Yeah, they would score. They was now. Hold on. Now, here's another thing. Are we playing early 2000s or are we playing now?
That so
That's my only difference. If we're
he
playing back then,
hold on. He said to make it fair. That dude that he said let's find a medium and then on a neutral field. He said it's not early. It's not their time. It's not our time. It's in the middle and then on a neutral field.
Miami. Miami.
I was like, Eric.
Dog,
I
you
don't
don't.
think Jefferson them even been hit that hard.
People don't realize how good they were, bro. If you wasn't around during that time, I mean, I know you can check the box scores, you can do your research,
They got a
but
documentary out about him, if I'm not mistaken, right?
right, bro. They have a documentary about them, and I'm not talking about just 1 year. LSU got 1 year. Do you
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? 1 year. They had 4
Do you think
or 3 years, something like that.
Cam said, Coach, do you think Alabama gonna get a documentary?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. If Alabama don't get a documentary, something's wrong.
He said he said instead of calling it the last dance, he said it's gonna be the last football.
The last laces. Because I'm just being real. He literally he literally took Alabama
Mm-hmm.
and built power, a power, and I'm talking about not a power for 3-4 years. He built a power for. I
So
mean,
we talk about the biggest fumbles. Cam also said, Coach, do you think it's the biggest fumble that the Browns had? Urban Meyer, Bill Belichick, and I'm pretty sure he's talking about Alabama's old coach on their staff and let them all go. Do you think that was the biggest fumble?
no, because you got to think about timing. See, if it was if back then was now,
Mm-hmm.
if back then was now, then yeah, they would have fumbled the bag. But you don't know how good these coaches are going to become. You know what I'm saying? Like
And they
Bill,
all now became legendary coaches.
Bill, you should have known was going to be legendary because he won 2 Super Bowls with the Giants. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like as a defensive coordinator. So and then Nick,
Talking about
no,
Eli
not
Giants?
huh?
Eli Giants? Are you talking about
No,
prior? Okay.
like
I
LT
say
and them.
like Bill was with the Patriots.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is back then you don't know. So when
Yeah.
you let somebody go, you really don't know. I mean, the biggest fumble should be the Jets because they hired Bill Belichick,
Yeah.
and Bill said, "Nah, I'm going over here with the Patriots." And then Bill did with. If you look at, let me tell you something, bro. If you look at Bill Belichick's Patriots and Alabama's Nick Saban's Alabama, it's damn near compatible.
Yeah.
The run they both go on is crazy.
So when you sit here, so when we sit here and we talk about Bill Belichick, uh, um, Urban Meyer, uh, um, bro, what is his name? His name be going blink in my head. I'm gonna say old school Alabama coach because I remember his name.
Bear
Uh,
Bryant?
huh?
Come on, Bear Bryant?
No. He just retired. I keep forgetting his name.
Nick Saban?
Yeah, him. And he got a white name. I don't know how, but they all went and became legendary coaches in their own right. Urban Meyer went to Florida, won 2 titles. Went to Ohio State, won a title. Bill Belichick went and did his thing with the Patriots. Then you got Mr. National Championship himself. Nick Saban went to Alabama, but which
Mm-hmm.
people don't know he was at LSU.
Hell, people don't know he was at Michigan State.
So so he, if I'm not mistaken, he won at LSU.
Mm-hmm. He got one at LSU.
So So when you got someone that's been there, so now if you the Browns, right, and you look, and I don't know if that ownership's still there, but if you the Browns, you look back like, damn, we got a total of 20 plus championships on our we had a total of 20 plus championships on our coaching staff. And someone said something crazy. They're like, Bill Belichick is a free agent. If I'm the Browns, are you spending the block and getting him over on the Browns?
Say that again.
They said Bill Belichick is a free agent. If you the Browns, do you spin the block and get Bill Belichick over there?
I would. I would. I fucking would. I
But
would.
do you bring him in as a defensive coordinator? Do you bring him in as a head coach,
Head coach.
or do you bring him as like a not a team rep, but you bring him in as a what is it called?
GM.
Yeah,
Yeah. Look what he did for the Patriots.
but we all know if they do that, Deshaun ain't gonna be there. He gonna
He
let
got to go. He got to go. Sorry. He got to go.
now. What now? You know the teams don't care about the dead cat no more. They don't care. Uh, we know the Miami Dolphins is in the facility looking for a quarterback. If the
Mm-hmm.
Browns let Deshaun Watson go, do you think Hayden Hooker?
No.
Do you think Hayden Hooker would be better in the Browns uniform or Miami Dolphins?
Miami. Miami, it's better for him. It's a better fit for him. It's no, you don't. No, you don't send Hendon to Cleveland. No, you send him to Miami.
Cam said if I'm the Browns, I'm punching the air because Baker was the biggest drop they had.
They fumbled Baker, but I they fumbled Baker, but I understand
Why?
what they were. You know what I'm saying? I understand why they went after Deshaun
Yeah.
because Deshaun was a top 5, 6 quarterback at the time.
Texans Deshaun, boy,
Yeah,
listen.
Texas Deshaun was unreal. So I get why they did it.
Hmm.
They fumbled the bag with Baker because they didn't think Baker was going to be successful.
Hmm.
He became successful. So, I mean, it is what it is. You just fumble that bag.
Uh, last thing, Coach Cam said if you the Dolphins, if you don't get a quarterback, don't you just tank the rest of this year and just regroup next year?
If I don't get a quarterback in the next 2 weeks, I tank. I tank for the rest of the season. I roll with Skylar Thompson, and we figure it out. Because here's the thing: if I can't get a good quality backup,
Mm-hmm.
Hendon Hooker, Winston, if Tannehill don't come, I mean I gotta tank. I
We can send
gotta
we can send on Russell Wilson.
nah. That ain't that damn sure ain't happening. That damn sure ain't happening. That ain't happening. That is not happening. Y'all might well be better off trading Justin Fields.
Justin Fields got a better upside.
Nah, he's just younger.
My point.
It ain't no better upside. He's just younger.
It's like a Q steak and a sirloin. One of them is already bitten. You got to take one back.
Sure, but sure. But what I'm saying though, for Miami, you got how many good years you think Reek has left?
Reed
Reek prime years.
3 because he said once his contract over, he retiring.
Okay, 3 years, right? 3 good years with Reek. Do I really want to go and have a young quarterback, or do I bring in a vet and try to win?
That's why I brought up Ryan Tannehill because technically Ryan Tannehill in a sense would be with Brock Purdy as the game manager, right? Because you got the weapons.
Right.
You're gonna get the tackle back this week. This coming up. They're coming up with Armstead, if I'm not mistaken.
But Armstead played last night. He was just hurt.
So you're gonna get him back. I think Odell about to come back. Um, do you go out and like you said, you got 3 years. You go out and get a veteran like a Ryan Tannehill because he, in a sense, he's proven a little bit with the Titans, but he got more weapons in Miami than he did with Tennessee.
I say go get him. I say go get him, and
Because you might have
figure
to
it
give
out.
up. Because if you go get Hendon Hooker, you're gonna have to give up something.
Me give up a draft pick for Hendon Hooker and bring your butt.
What draft pick do Miami got?
Man,
If I'm the NFL,
look,
in fact, when we get off here, I'm about to call the NFL because I'm about to do it. I'm about to unlock an investigation on the Eagles, on on these teams. How can y'all keep signing people with no money? I'm trying to figure out how y'all keep
dog,
signing these people with no money.
I'm telling you, there's an accountant. There's an accountant with the books. Like boop 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 boop. Okay, all right, we can do this, that, and the third. I'm telling you, man. Send a draft pick to go get Hendon Hooker.
But what do
Send
you
a draft pick.
but what draft pick? What do you, if you the Miami Dolphins, right?
Right.
What you're on the phone with them? What do you offer and see if they accept it? What do you offer first?
Mm.
So they're not taking a fourth or nothing. You're probably gonna have to offer a third.
No. I send the fourth. I send the fourth. Take the fourth. Send us Hendon. Like, bro, I don't see a problem with that. A fourth.
But do you think Detroit gonna give them up?
See, well, you just paid golf, so you might well. You might as well.
They just paid Tua, and he about to be here.
Mm-mm.
He about to
The
sit here and do
difference.
an AARP.
Difference is Golf just took them to the conference championship.
Right.
They were literally one stop away
From the Super Bowl.
from going to the Super Bowl. Over here, because yeah, so you paid Golf, you got y'all to the championship game, send Hooker out because then you can go over here and draft another QB late, like in a year or so.
So talking about money and these quarterbacks getting paid, right?
Right.
And we know these receivers are restructuring, how receivers are getting paid. Do you think not the Browns, do you think the Dolphins should have paid Tua as much as they did?
Yes. Yeah.
Because 2 to 3 years he been hurt.
See, but you got to understand, this is the QB market. This is the market. So if this is my franchise QB, I gotta pay him.
But what I'm saying is 2 to 3 years. We seen the same scary incident. Him on the floor, him on the field like he about to have a seizure, right?
Right.
Do you? I get pay him, but do you pay him as much as you did?
Yes, it's the market.
So no, I get that, but so now if you cut, they come back. If you cut that check and they come back after the game, they're like, yeah, he got to retire. As an owner, you just paid him. You just signed that check off. I think he got 100 something guaranteed.
167.
So now it's basically you just signed on. Basically, you just lost your quarterback.
That's football.
I'll
Okay,
be a good type of owner. I'll be like,
no. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's say Tua don't got concussions. He has no issue with concussions.
Mm-hmm.
Tua plays yesterday. Tua breaks his neck.
Mm-hmm.
They tell Tua, you got to retire.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still feel the same way
about paying him?
About paying him? He has no issues with concussions, no nothing.
No, I wouldn't, because this is first thing. But I'm talking about it happened twice.
Doesn't matter. It's football.
That's like the Damar Hamlin, right?
Right.
Everybody thought he about to die on the field, which I think they said he almost did die on the field, right?
He kind of died. He kind of did die.
So when you go through something scary like that, especially when it's like your nerves and like you get to move your hands like you about to do gang signs, and you sitting here wondering, your brain trying to process, like, that shit is scary. Because it'd be different. Like, so I wouldn't brought this up if it would have happened once. Like, this was his first time, right? Mm-hmm. It happened twice in 3 years, right? So now, even as an organization, I get it, make sure he's cool. But what are y'all doing to make sure he's sliding? Every time he slide, he slide with his head, dog. Like he slide. Like,
I don't know what to tell you, bro.
I'm just saying, like, for me, like me being a family man, how I think about it is this: you have kids, right? 2 out of 3 years, you've been. It's not making a cuss. You've been fidgety because you're trying to regain feeling and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you a dad or a husband or a loved one, what do you think about when you had a conversation with him later? Like, for example, let's say your son, right? Let's say your son was in that predicament, right?
Okay.
Let's say the last 2 to 3 years, same situation. There's different teams, but same situation, right? Yeah. Let's say you work on his sliding, like, look, you need to learn how to slide this way. You need to learn how to do this, and this, right? But that's it. Game time come, he do something different. 2 out of 3 years, you seen your son laying there, damn near like lifeless in a sense, trying to regain his mental, regain his fingers. As a dad, what do you tell him?
Son, it's time to give it up. It's okay. We're good as a family. You lived your dream. You lived your dream of playing in the NFL. Yeah. But right now, your health is more important than the game.
So if you was in Tua's corner, and when I'm saying it, because it's crazy, because we've seen good stars get taken from us from good injuries, right? The Ryan Shaziers of the world. Even though I don't like him because he always used to hurt Vontaze Burfict. After the hit Juju gave him, he ain't been the same since. In a sense, Juju, he mentally out of there. Antonio Brown's mentally out of there. When you seen good stars go out the way they did, right?
Right.
And when you see some good stars, season ending, like career could be career ending. Could like Shazier was in the point. I think they said that it was a slim chance of him walking.
Yeah.
When you have someone you love, I get it, it's football. But when you have
Mhm.
someone you love go through this shit twice in 3 years, like that's when you literally sit down as his wife, babe, it's time, it's done. We
That's
good.
but that's his circle though. That's his whole circle should say that.
Yeah,
Because his whole circle is seeing what everybody else is seeing.
yeah. If he, and now
Hey,
that you want to tumble below so bad, his brother is a fucking free agent. Go get another one.
nah.
If you want one so damn bad, not like. But on a serious tip, like it's crazy because 2 years ago we had the biggest scare of our life with DeMar Hamlin.
Yep.
Um, 4 years prior to that, Ryan Shazier. Then we had the last 2 out of 3 years, right? On last year, I
Mhm.
don't think we had a severe injury last year. So I know we're not the first podcast. I know we're not the first people to talk about it. And I know we're not the first people, or we won't be the only people that put our own thoughts on it. But we all in the media world think the same thing. Like it's time, dog. It's time to hang it up. Like
Yeah.
you gonna cry, bro. It's gonna hurt. You gonna cry because this is what you love. This is what you grew up
Right.
doing. Won't. But I'd rather for you to walk away in a sense mentally sane than you go through this again. It happens again. Knock on wood. It happens again, and you might not remember who your kid is, or you might not remember who your wife is, or you might not remember even getting hit. Cause that shit can get real dangerous, dog. And we talking about mental health. That shit. That's
Oh,
one. That's one of the big things about it.
yeah.
That's like I don't know what I would do if I had a, if my son was out there and that happened. Like I know what I like. Of course, I'm gonna go and make sure he cool. Like I'm gonna make sure like all the proper steps. But mentally, I don't know. How do you bring that conversation up to your son? Like, hey, it's time to hang it up. How do you prepare? Like, how do you bring that up to him without him like going off or without him like? How do you bring that up to him?
Just because he goes off don't mean it ain't true.
I mean, no, I'm saying like, how do you bring it up to him? Like, do you go straight to it like it's time to hang it up, or do you like ease it in?
Son, I'm gonna tell you how I would do it. Son, sit down. In the past 3 years, you've had this many concussions. That is not natural. That's not a natural thing. Football is not a natural sport.
Yeah,
And what I mean by that is you got guys running as fast as they can into each other,
yeah,
slamming each other, all this type of stuff.
yeah.
What you've been through, you know, physically, mentally, everything like that, it's time to hang it up. But dad, no, I can still go out there and play. Nobody's doubting that you can play.
Yeah,
I'm talking to my son.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Now, if he wants to be the grown man and go out there and play, can't stop him.
that is true. But
It's
then,
just
but then also when you think about like this, like especially if you got kids, like think about your kid. Like, what if you go through this again? What if you don't have a what if your memory is blocked? What if you can't remember your daughter? Or what if you don't remember their names? Or what if y'all come in the hospital room and he's sitting here talking about who are they? Why are they in here? That shit's scary. And
yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's players that been through it. I'm pretty sure of it
yeah, yeah.
because football was more heavy hitted than it is now. So I'm pretty sure players that been through it. Like for me, if I'm the Dolphins, if I'm the Dolphins owner, like even though I said I would never pay him that much money because of me knowing he always could cause 2 out last week, he had basically a season-ending injury or a life severe injury.
Right.
If I paid him and he got hurt again, I will be the owner. I will pay his whole contract off. Like take it, walk away. I
Sure.
I
Okay.
would do that, walk away.
Okay.
Like that is how I even though because your life is more important than football.
Right.
And his corner should be telling him that.
Right.
Because I know after they asked Tyreek Hill and them about it, they said that him and Jalen Waddle was gonna go over there and they was gonna talk with him. I don't know what they're gonna talk about, don't know. But I know that
They know. They're gonna have the same conversation that his circle should have.
yeah,
Hey man, I think it's time to hang it up. You ain't got to prove nothing to nobody.
Yeah.
Might be time to hang it up.
So what if that hit? We would have had a Damar Hamlin moment. But the difference is Tua didn't wake up.
We've seen people down the field before.
Because I know the first time he went through this, if I'm not mistaken, was targeting, and he said
Something like that.
he said his wife told him to step away then, and he ended up having an actually healthy season the following year because I think they almost went undefeated, so he had a healthy year. But then you go back week 2, which his first time doing it, it was week 2, and you in the same boat, dog. Like it's just time. It's time, man. You lived it, bro. You lived some shit that some kids come and do. You went to the NFL.
Right.
You got paid. You played your first contract. You got paid up again. Like you're a million. You're a multi-millionaire.
I mean, you did everything that you could have done.
Yeah.
Outside of winning a Super Bowl, you done it all.
Now, if you would have won the Super Bowl last year and then he got concussed this year, it's time to walk away, dog. You did it. You literally did everything in a short time. You won a Super Bowl.
It's time to walk away regardless. It's
No,
time
no,
to
no.
walk
I
away
get that. I'm saying.
But if he won a Super Bowl, I think it would be a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I think right now he's contemplating, should I retire or should I continue to play, have my career? The thing is the unknown.
Yeah.
The unknown. What if it's that one slide or if that one tackle or that one whatever? That's what is plaguing his mind right now. If he won a Super Bowl last year, if he had beat the 49ers in the Super Bowl last year, no brainer. Hey, man, I'm going to go ahead and retire. I got my money, my family's taken care of. I'm going to go ahead and retire. No brainer. It's a no brainer.
Nah, but from Oregon Day to Tua, man, we hope it ain't nothing severe. We hope you bounce back, dog. Um,
Absolutely.
we do hope and pray that you do think about all your options before you just um, go straight into the option of wanting to play. Family is more important. Your health is way more important than football. So for us, man, we rooting for you, speedy recovery, and we hope you bounce back. Coach, anything
Absolutely.
you want to say to the fans?
Man, appreciate the questions, man. Appreciate everybody that watched the channel, watched the videos and everything like that. Appreciate it. I think we're gonna start maybe live streaming it so we can get comments and questions coming in as we're talking and everything like that. But man, I appreciate y'all, man, from the bottom of my heart. Really do.
Man, this is Oregon Day. Your boy Sean.
It's Coach Lightwork, man. We out of here. Peace.